talk about flexibility. All right, so this is week 2 and week 7. So again, you can use ladders, cones, jump ropes, or mats, depending on what you have at your school, and feel free to bring in any extra resources. The discussion points are defining flexibility, and remember that's the ability to move your joints through full range of motion. And we want to remind kids, again, it's about function. Doesn't matter if you can put your leg over your head or whatever. It's about, we want to have flexibility so we can enjoy our life and reach high places as we get older. And you'll see if you ask some of the kids to stretch, they can't even bend over at all. So they're very easily impressed. You could like lean over and they're going to be like, whoa! So that might be fun for you. Go through the joints. Just remind the kids, what are some joints? Our shoulders, our elbows, our knees, our hips, our ankles, our back is really a big joint, right? So kind of make it fun. Now, I might do yoga in my class just because I can teach it. I'm not going to do like a crazy class, but since I do have the mats for flexibility, I might do that just so they get exposed to it. I usually do it in my health class, and the kids love it, and they like Shavasana the best. And again, they're like, Miss, I was sleeping. Great, can we do it every day? So, if you want to do that, you can. Or we also want to keep them moving too. So Naomi's idea about like tag, where you run through the middle of their legs, it incorporated kind of flexibility as they did that. That's a great game. Or again, you can do like circuits and include a flexibility station. You could be like, okay, at this circuit, you're just going to reach down and you're going to hold your toes for 30 seconds. And you're going to come back and take a break and do it again. It could be like that, or it could be something where you're reaching back and forth with like a tube or a band and just doing something like that, getting flexibility. Yeah.
I have those TheraBands. Maybe I could bring a few to the
Yeah.
class. Would it be considered during the meat of the flexibility or more cool down?
Whatever you want to do.
Okay.
Really, we know the rules about fitness, but it doesn't matter as long as they're moving. Just, you should tell them, and I said it's written down here in the beginning, that short static stretches throughout the day are okay. Just to improve, blood circulation and range of motion. But we always want to be warmed up before we do any deep stretching. So we can tell them that, and we know we improve flexibility by holding a static stretch 20 to 30 seconds when our muscles are warm. So you'd want to do that in the cool down.
Right.
And so I think maybe the TheraBands would be more fun during a circuit, but you choose.
Okay.
And again, you can do a boot camp style class. What else did I have here? Obstacle course. I think an obstacle course might be really fun to do. Yeah, you could be like, go under this, jump under that, I don't know. You can kind of like think of a whole bunch of different things to do.
Play limbo.
Yeah, play limbo. That would be a great idea. Really good idea. So, as far as flexibility, you might want to focus on low back and hamstrings just because they happen to be really tight. And you are going to notice that you're dealing with a lot of kids that sit around a lot and their hamstrings are super tight, and they sit in class, they sit at home. They're not the most active group. It depends on what group of kids you get. You might find a lot of active ones in your program, but there are going to be some that are really out of shape. So include a little bit of hamstring, low back in there, and be flexible. No pun intended. All right, and then while you're cooling down and stretching, just teach them about static stretching and how it's really not a good idea to bounce through your stretches. And you can talk about all of that when you're cooling down. And then again, use those cool down times to review. So why do we want to stretch? To have function. Could help us prevent injury, because if we're tight and we go to do something quickly, we're going to be more likely to injure ourselves versus if we had a little bit more range of motion in our body. Just simple things. You don't have to get in this whole big theory about, stretch reflex, and they're not going to really get that or care about it. All right, so flexibility, got some ideas? And that's just the theme. You really could do stations every week. You could do the same stations every week, and that would be fine. And then you just talk about flexibility, that's fine. You choose, okay? I don't want to make you feel like you have to do something new and dynamic every week. Get them moving, that's the most important thing.